In the early morning of June 24th, 2019, I was asleep in my tiny cabin on board the motor vessel Malaspina, a passenger ferry that moved up and down the Alaska Maritime Highway. I woke up at about 2 a.m. and decided to go up on deck and see the stars. I had forgotten that it was late June, and I was in the far north, and so was surprised to see that the dawn was already breaking. We had departed from Juneau on the previous day and were making our way south on the inland passage. When I emerged on deck, the Malaspina was slowly making its way into Petersburg, and I was enveloped in a gentle stillness, with the only sound being the ship's engines far below. The voyage of the Malaspina was part of an 8,200-mile road trip that had begun 4 weeks earlier in Elk Grove, California, with Lisa and I heading north to Calgary in our 2011 Subaru Forester. 2 weeks later, Lisa flew home and my son Micaiah flew in. From Calgary, we headed north to Dawson City, where the Alaska Highway begins. We drove about 1,000 miles along the highway, then turned west, down the Chilkoot Pass, ending up in the port city of Skagway. From Skagway, we took the ferry south to Juneau, and then further south to Prince Rupert, Canada, and then began the long journey home. Every year, thousands of people take huge cruise ships up the inland passage to Ketchikan, Juneau, Skagway, and Anchorage. When Micaiah and I were in Juneau, we took the tram to the top of Mount Roberts, and from there we could look south and see the cruise ships far below, making their way up the fjord to Juneau. It's a nice way to visit to Alaska. However, Micaiah and I did as Robert Frost recommended, and took the ship less traveled, and it was a memorable experience. On board there is no internet, and life slowed down to the pace of the ship as it made its way through the blue waters of the Northern Pacific.